Mellow, take the wheel.
Let that abundance fall, open up. Let that abundance fall, open up. Let that abundance fall, open up. Let that abundance fall. Let it in like Hey, little mama, let me tell you something clear. The money don't stop coming in over here.
Y'all come on and get in. It's time to market to millions. You wanna make millions in your market. Go ahead, chime in right now. We about to get started. Hey, from the basement to businessman. Resonate with that. Make sure you stay right there. Oh. What's up, world? What's up, world? It's me, your boy Divine D, checking in with you today. Yo, welcome to Market to Millions with me, your boy Divine D, career entrepreneur. And this is where I just give some tips and advice to entrepreneurs, fellow dreamers, content creators, no matter what it is that you got going. If you're building a dream, you're building a business, you got to market to millions if you ever want to make millions in your market. So I just come here and just give some advice from my point of view as a career businessman. Again, I've been in business since 1994, so it's been in business a long time in various industries. So today we're gonna talk about just kind of how it all began. I started off in the basement. I started in my basement just like a lot of people in my era, and some people, we're just gonna have a conversation about that on how to grow from the basement into a business person. All right. So this goal of this show today is to inspire and educate entrepreneurs, and I want to break down the journey from humble beginnings to scaling to a real business, covering the mindset strategies and struggles that come with this process. It's not easy. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I've been in business again since I was like 14, 15 years old, and it ain't been easy. Every level I had to grow and learn more about myself and learn more and put more in myself if I was ever going to sustain my company. So we're going to talk about it because a lot of times we start off with a good idea. We start off with it, just energized about something. But in order to be actually a business person, you got to hold on to that love, and because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it along the way in your journey. So I know a lot of times we start with good ideas, and we that's all we know. We just know our good idea. We don't know how to scale a business. We don't know how to again break down the cost and out. We don't know how to do none of that yet. All we really got is a good idea, and we just trying to make some money, right? We're trying to produce in a lifestyle and create a living off of the thing that we love to do. And I've been able to do that, by the grace of God. I've been able to do that in my journey. I started off in the multimedia marketing, as in the music industry, as a producer. I started off in my mom's basement, with a keyboard and a keyboard. I had a little E-machine. That's when the E-machine was out. I know it was an old computer. People were like, what the hell is that? It was an E-machine. I had an E-machine, and I had just a Casio keyboard. And that's what my first studio was. And I had for all my engineers and my producers out there, I had a Tascam 4-track. And that's how we used to, make the music, rap over the tapes. Yeah, we had tapes. We had 4 tracks. That's what you got. You know what I'm saying? One for the music, one for your verse, and one for your ad libs, right? So that I started off with that, just in my mom's basement. And I also wanted to do graphics. So I also had a dream to be a graphic designer. So what I do, hey, I started that in my mom's basement, And then I used to go to all the businesses in my local area. I would stop inside the shops and I would take all they marketing material, whether it was their business card, whether they had a flyer, whether it was somebody else fly. I would take all the marketing materials I could find, and then I would go back home and I would go on my e-machine and I would redesign their marketing materials and then bring it back and present it to them. My whole idea was that if I could show them, I know I could talk to them, but again, I always was kind of like, people can come here and say anything. I really want to show them what I can do. So I would take the marketing materials, I would go home, I would redesign it, I would bring it back, and I would show them, what I could do versus what they had. And that's how I started and generated a lot of my first business. Now, back in that day, we didn't have cell phones. I was young. We didn't have cell. If you had a cell phone, it was about this big. It was like a it was like a brick. But we didn't have cell phones back in the day. So what I had to do was I had got me a landline, but every time I was out there for business, after I go to a business, I would always run home real fast because I thought they was gonna call. So I would run home quick as I could just to make it to the phone, just in case they call. Because I'm like, okay, I know I just passed out these flyers, but what if they want to do business with me? So I would just run home and just sit by the phone and wait on it to ring. And when you get that first phone call on your business line, when you get that first phone call, somebody even if they even acquiring, man, there's a lot of excitement and nerves that happen. I mean, even when you get your first sale, there's a lot of, just realization that happens at that point because you realize at that point, although you're not rich, you only sold one product to one person this first time, it lets you know what could be real. In your mind, you start seeing if I can multiply this, if I can do this over and over with more and more people, then I can actually make a living. That's the hard part sometimes, right? After we exhaust friends and family, how you gonna get the new people to do business with you? How can you take it from a personal thing into a business venture? And that's kind of what we're gonna kind of talk about today. And again, if you got something that you growing today, I want you to put the rocket. I want you to put the rocket in the comment section. Drop a rocket in the comment section if you're building something from the ground up. If you in a basement or if you in the garage, just put a rocket because I want you to understand that you're not going to be here long because again, you're going straight to the moon. So I need you to put a rocket because again, this is where your launching pad is. This is not where the stars, moons, and the universe is for you. It's just your launching pad. So drop a rocket in the comment section if you are if you're a business and you starting from the ground up right now. If you started from the ground up, I want you to put the rocket because some of us already started from the ground up. We might not be in the basements of our mom's house anymore, but we started it from wherever we were. It might have been the living room. It could have been the kitchen, right? Some people start their barber business in the kitchen, right, or in the bathroom. So wherever you started at, I mean, drop that rocket in the live if you starting from the bottom, y'all. If you building from the ground up, all right. And then I want you to tell me in the comments too. Where did you start? Did you start in a garage, apartment, kitchen? Did you start in college? Like, let me know your day one story. Let me know where did you start your business at. Again, let me know where was you at when you said this is business and you started. All right, let me know where that's at. All right. Y'all know this is ABM gang. So I see I got a few people here, especially off my YouTube. Yo, make sure that you drop, what it is that you do, your business, your idea, because y'all know this ABM gang, right? ABM stands for always be marketing. Yes, always be marketing. Let us know who you are. Let us know what you're promoting and what it is that you do. All right. All right. So yeah. So let me know where y'all starting at, y'all. Let me know where you starting at in your journey. Um, I was just doing some research before I got on live, and I want to tell y'all, I want to show y'all something. Like for people sometimes who are very conscious about where they begin because they want to start off looking like a corporate company. They want to start off looking like they making $10 million. Want to give you just some examples of people who started in their garage, and we saw these companies build from literally nothing to very amateur even logos to now really having a very good anchor into today's economy. So I was just looking up and I was like, I want to see how many businesses started off in the garage or in the basement. And one we know, again, we hear this story a lot. I don't know if if you into tech or whatever, but we hear this story a lot about Apple. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, they started off Apple in the parents' garage in Silicon Valley. They started off in a garage, and now we know how big Apple is today. Everything I'm using right now is Apple. Like, yeah, they got me. I'm in the cult, y'all. I'm an Apple cult member. Everything I got is Apple: phone, tablet, laptop, home PC, earbud, anything they got, I got it. Watch again. I'm an Apple head, and that's a company that started off in a garage. It started off in their parents' garage. Two friends just with an idea and just a bunch of action, a bunch of action. Google started off in the garage. Ain't that's Google? Larry Page and Sergey Brin founded Google in the garage, rented from a former YouTube CEO. They was renting in the garage from the former YouTube CEO. Google was created in a garage. Was in a garage, y'all. In a garage. Microsoft, Bill Gates developed the early version of Microsoft in his garage. Amazon, Jeff Bezos launched Amazon as an online bookstore from his garage. Hewlett and Packard, HP, Bill Hewlett and David Packard started HP in a one-car garage. They didn't even have a two-car garage. It was tight in there. Mattel, the toy company, began in Southern California garage by making picture frames. It wasn't even toys. They was making picture frames and evolved into toys and games. Yankee Candle. Yankee Candle started making candles in the basement, laying the foundation for Yankee Candle. Candles, y'all. Candles, yes. Sometimes you look at candles like, man, you just pour and put scents in there. $1 million companies started off in garages, basements, kitchens, bathrooms. You know what I mean? Like, these are very untraditional, places to start businesses, but it actually becomes more, I think it becomes more typical than anything, because when you have an idea, we don't have no building. You know what I mean? We don't have a building for an idea. Our ideas, they spark pretty much anywhere we are. Anywhere, again, you could be in the middle of an ice cream shop and just get an idea. So, wherever you starting from, wherever you might not even have all the money, right? A lot of times we be like, I need funding, I need a couple $1,000s to get started. Sometimes you might not can't start with that. You might start printing one book and sell that one so that you can buy two more. And now and so now you got to sell those two so you can buy five more. And now we got to sell those five so we can buy 10 more. We got to sell those 10 so we can buy 20. I mean, that's scaling, that's growing, right? So we cannot, just hold ourselves back waiting for this quote unquote imaginary time to begin. The time to begin is the time that you can decide, dedicate, and discipline yourself to say, this is what I want to do with my life. That's when it's time to start. It's time to start by selling just one thing and growing it into the next. Allow people to see your growth story. People love a growth story. Most of our favorite artists or some of our favorite movies and actors are people we grew with. So allow customers to grow with you, all right? No matter where you started from, don't be ashamed that you ain't got it all or don't look like a certain, because remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Don't steal your joy from yourself. Understand where you starting out and build you an organic following. Build you some true clients and customers, people who will return to do business with you, who will be who are invested in your growth or invested in your story and want to see you grow and want to be there to support you. Allow that process to naturally happen. All right. So as we call it, we call those the humble beginnings, right? We call those the humble beginnings. And this is what it starts looking like at an early age when you don't have a team and it's just you on the grind, right? So this is what it looks like. This is how, the humble beginnings start. And wherever you are in your process, wherever you are in your business, as I say, you ain't got to be great to get started, but you do got to get started if you ever going to be great. So go be great by just getting started. All right. You got one product, sell that one so you can go get two. All right. If you got limited funds, hey, use the funds that you got. Put up a GoFundMe. Put up a stat and say who will support me. You never know who will just what heartstrings is just say, you know what, I want to donate. But allow your evidence to show that, you know what, I'm growing this company, and don't be afraid, and allow yourself to show that to everyone else. Even like this show that I'm on right now. This is something new for me. This is a new show that we starting, but again, we got to start if we ever want to grow it, right? We want to grow this to, where we getting, as soon as we come on, we getting thousands of views but we got to grow. We got to start somewhere and we got to build up. So if you are here right now, this is what I need you to do. I need you to like, I need you to subscribe. I need you to hit that bell notification so that you can come back and be a part of these lives with me, your boy Devon D. Yo, market to millions. If you're a business owner, content creator, you got a dream, this is where you want to be. I started off just like you, and I just want to come here and just give you some valuable information to help you grow so that you can grow beyond your market, go beyond your local area, because it's a lot more business out here for you. All right. If you want to work with me, y'all know I got some. If y'all want to work with me, all you got to do is text coach right there, y'all. Coach to 833-227-8949. Yo, let's set up a marketing meeting. Let's do a dream mapping so we can map out what it's going to look like to your success. All right. So just text the word coach, 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 833-227-8949. Go ahead and text me, and I'll send you some information back, and we're gonna figure out how to make millions in your market. All right. So yeah. So let's talk about leveling up. Like what it really took, for me to understand that I gotta go from a not a talent, because I started off in the music industry, right? I started off making beats, and when you making beats and you just fiddling around, it's a hobby at first, right? And once it's a hobby, there's no there's no obligation, there's no criteria for a hobby. You don't need no KPIs, no key performance indicators for a hobby. You do it when you feel like it, and as long as it makes you feel good when you do it, right? It's a hobby. But a lot of times we'll take our hobby and we'll turn it into a business. And when you turn anything that was a hobby into a business, it takes a mindset shift. You got to think about it. At that point, things become different. I tell artists this all the time, especially when I was heavy in the music industry. I used to tell artists, especially because I'm an artist developer, y'all. You gotta change the mindset from a hobby to a business. Now there's some things that's gonna be important once we go into business. That's gotta make this make sense for everybody involved, and it ain't just, ooh, that was a great song. Ooh, that's cold. Ooh, that's a nice beat. Ooh, man, I love this. It got to go beyond that now. There's some things when we start taking it from just hustling to a CEO it's a mindset shift. All right. Because you can't grind forever. I'm just gonna tell you. You just can't. You're gonna grind yourself out. In order to start turning that into a business, into a CEO, or turn yourself into a CEO, you're gonna need some structure. You're gonna need some structure. You gotta learn how to delegate and automate. You got to learn how to delegate and automate. Once you start changing, now if you want to go back to hobby world, go back to hobby world. You ain't gotta have no requirements, right? There's no requirements for hobby. You can do it when you want. You ain't nobody gotta buy it, nobody gotta live. It's hobby. But when we talking about this is a business now, uh-oh. Now we got some requirements that we must hit. We want to see this business grow. We want to see this business scale because this business is supposed to pay us. It's supposed to pay you. It's supposed to pay your team. All right. So if we got to take care of all these things, we need some structure. We need to figure out how to make this a sustainable company and not just a hobby, right? Like Yankee Candle started off in the basement, right? And it just making candles. How did they turn that from just a hobby into a business, into a thriving multi-million dollar business. Mindset shift. We burnt 1,000,000 candles in our lifetime, right? We've burned a lot of candles. What made them stand on top? What made them become that company, right? Most of them smell the same. You know what I mean? To be honest, they all got, they little twist on, guess, fragrance, but what made Yankee Candle grow? What made them excel in the candle making business? So, mindset, mindset. And as what I tell people all the time, especially in business, you have to create what I call a system. SYSTEM. Save yourself time, energy, and money. You got to create a system in your business. That's going to be the big difference between hustling and scaling. Your system. All right. Building a real brand and not just a business. Right. And that's what you want to do. You want to build a brand and not just a business. What do I mean by that? We buy Apple for the brand. We love their brands. They have created a lifestyle that shows us that how to incorporate their products into our daily life. They created a brand. They created, when you think about certain things in many of these companies, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Apple, they created a brand. And that's what you want. Again, that's what customers trust. Customers trust brands, not just people selling products, right? They trust a brand. We People just selling products, them hustlers and salesmen, right? The ones that knock on your door, you be like, oh, let me figure out how to get him out of here as fast as possible. Because people don't like, just people who just selling a bunch of products. We want to buy a brand. Give me your message. What's your consistency? How you make me feel? Let me see the packaging. Let me feel this brand. And that's what I want you to think about when you're going from that basement and going into a business. Let me create a brand. Let me create a system. Let me create. And if you don't know how to do that, that's what I'm here for. And again, you can text coach right here. Text coach to 833-227-8949, or you can do a dream mapping session with me, and I would love to help you. But that's what you got to create. You got to create a system so that you can understand that how to build your brand. All right. Invest in your look, right? A lot of people, they'll just go and just, they ain't even a graphic designer, don't understand, shapes, colors, and how things, logos and things make people move, and they'll just create their own by drawing it. No, invest in yourself by going to a marketing expert who can help you create a professional logo, who can help you, not just have a website, but a productive website, a smart website, who can help you with all that, making sure that your content, make sure everything is in alignment and has some continuity within all of them. So um again, it's invest in your look. Don't just be, I'm just gonna use this. And no, let's make sure that these things are really being effective for you and working in your favor. All right. So how will you know when it's time to move out the basement? Right? Well, how you know when it's time to move out the basement? I remember when it was time for me to move out the basement. An opportunity presented itself because of the things that I was doing. So how I got out the basement was this. This is where the first opportunity came for me to get out the basement. So as I already told y'all, I had my keyboard and I had my computer, right? And I was selling studio time in my mom's basement to local artists and other artists in the area, in the local area. And then I also would take my studio into community centers and teach children how to form music, also poetry, just really be able to learn how to express themselves through music. So I took this one business and I created two or three out of one. I had to figure out how to make multiple streams of income out of one business. So when the studio time was slow, I would be in the community centers. When the community centers was off, I was recording my artists. You know what I mean? So I was rotating this equipment within three different companies: my record label, my service business, and my community business. Right. So um so the first opportunity that came that got me out the basement was I was I was actually teaching. I was teaching music therapy at a therapy clinic. And while I was doing this I think it was like an 8-week program that I was building, that I was teaching these children. And down the hall in this same building, there were some guys who were just building a wonderful, uh, huge multi-million dollar recording studio. So I took a peek down there. I walked down there and just kind of peeked through the door because I wanted to see what it looked like. I was a teenager at the time, and I was looking. And I'm like, yeah, it's Dr. Dre in here. It was like, that was it was Dr. Dre studio in here. Like, whoa, this is dope, right? So, in my head, I was just like, one day I'm gonna get mine. Again, it just was showing me that it could be real one day. And I'm like, one day I'll be able to have one of these. I'm gonna get me one. Okay. This is how it's supposed to look, right? And I went back and just went back to my class and I just continued to teach. Lo and behold, a few weeks later, one of the guys came and got me, and they gave me a grand tour. The studio was complete, and again, they made me a business partner and got me out the basement. And I had been a part of that and ran that studio for over about 8, 9 years. 8, 9 years learning from some of the top professionals of the world. I was able to get a free education of, graphic design, automation, music, production, engineering. Like, I was able to suck up so much education that now, again, that's how when you see stuff like this and all the stuff you see on my on-screen graphics, that's where I learned to be able to bring these skills and be able to help people. So that's what got me out the basement. It was the opportunity, and I never had to go back to the basement since. So shout out to all of my boys over at Access Recording Studio. Shout out to Jim, Barry, my boy Otto, and my boy Vinny Melavote. Yo, shout out to my people over there. But that's what got me out the basement. Again, I was already on my path. I was already in action. God, saw again a door because I was already in motion and was able to take me to another level. Sometimes we want to be out of the level we at without no action. We want to move to another level, but we ain't put in enough action on this level. So if you want to get out the basement, out the humble beginnings, and trying to grow and scale out of that, the action is what's gonna do it for you. Make again daily action of you know what chugging away at your dream, chugging away and figuring out what your market and your positioning and investing in your business education. That's what's gonna take you out. That's what the action that's gonna be needed to build you and take you out of the basement. That's when you're gonna know it's gonna be time to move out of the basement when you can't handle and things is just getting too tight and you need more space and it's causing for more people because you didn't put in this initial work. All right. So, when it's time to move out the basement, when it's time to start building a team, right? When it's time to start building a team. But again, you ain't got to move out the basement to build a team. Let the team build because you can even start with virtual assistants. I still building a team. So, when the team start becoming more physical and you need the space, then we can start, growing into a new space. But just because you hire one person, don't be like, I need a building. No, don't do that to yourself. Don't put that stress on yourself. Manage what could be managed within the space that you in until you'll know it's time. It'll be like it's time to grow out of here. It's like it's getting too tight, and you'll feel that. Um, so when you set up a marketing system, it's time to set up a marketing system. That's what's gonna help you get out that basement. All right, set up a marketing system. That's your email list, your ads, your funnels. You got to set up a system. Um, Upgrade your workspace. Make your workspace feel like an office. Again, so you can almost prepare yourself to be in your corner office, right? You got to prepare yourself to be in your corner office. I used to do it at my mom's house all the time. I would have my little desk, and I would have, I would have my little pen holder where I hold all my pens on. Gotta have a stapler. You know what I mean? Like you can't have a desk without a stapler back then. You can't have a desk without a stapler. So I have my staplers. I used to have hole punches, all type of stuff, because I wanted to feel like a desk. I wanted to feel executive. I wanted to feel like a businessman. And you know what? That works. That worked for me to help me make sure I was gearing my mind when I sat at that desk, what I'm here for. So, yo, if you're in your personal space, yo, make your personal space, imagine it as your business space. Right? Make it as business as you can, so that you understand that when you move out this basement and you go into your business, into your building, into your corporation, into your company, we already know what this gonna feel like, right? We already know. I want the windows. I want the chair over here. You know what I want. I have a couch in mine. So, like, Nike started off by selling sneakers out of a car. Y'all know that? Nike started selling sneakers out of a car. They wasn't even in no bay. They didn't even have no house. They started it on four wheels. Now it's a billion-dollar brand. Started off in a car, selling sneakers out of the car. Now it's a billion-dollar brand, right? So don't take that away from your gift. Don't take that away from your idea. Because whatever your idea could one day be a billion-dollar brand, no matter where you starting off at, no matter where your beginning is at right now, no matter if you think you got it all or don't got it all you got to do is just keep going. They was in that car, but they kept selling them sneakers out that trunk, out the back seat, out the front seat, on top of the hood, whatever they had to do to sell those sneakers, so that they can build their dream and build that brand. And you are no different. There's no different in your ideal or your dream. As Oprah said, we all got 24 hours in a day. Just how we use ours is gonna be the difference. So how you gonna use your 24 hours today for your business or your brand? So it can be different and it can be that billion-dollar brand. We can read about you in the near future about how you started off in your basement, how you started off in your bedroom, how you started off in your garage, and you was watching Devon D market to millions, and now you a billion-dollar brand. Don't take that away from yourself. All right, it's um, it's possible. It's possible. All right. So yeah, I want to open up the floor. If y'all got any questions or anything for me here, yo, man, make sure that y'all tap in. I see, man, we got a lot of comments from we on the gram. I see YouTube blowing up. What's going on, Rich? YouTube is going crazy right now. How y'all doing? Wow, I never knew. I know that was dope, right? Yeah, they started off in the oddest places. The things that we buy, and we think that it was just started off as a corporation, and sometimes these places didn't. We buy Nikes, Jordans, Air Force Ones, and they started off in the back seat of a car, in the trunk of a car. Amazon garage, Apple garage, and there's many, many, many more stories of so many humble beginnings. So whatever your beginning is, again, it's just the beginning. And that beginning can then turn into billions. So, yo, man, just stay on your journey. Stay on your journey. Yo, man. Again, if you guys want to work with me more, yo, just text the word coach 833-227-8949. Yo, let's figure out how to make this market by market into millions. Yo, I just wanted to come on live today and just kind of, help you guys out and help you guys out and just, help you guys out no matter where you're starting from. I know some of us are just hustlers and we be grinding, and one day we might be grinding this and one day we might be grinding that. Y'all know how it go. But I just wanted to let you know, like, once you hone in and you find what your specific niche is, what your thing is gonna be, and you can decide and dedicate and discipline yourself to that and not just be all over the place, yo, no matter where you start at, grow it until it's winning. Grow it until it wins. All right. Start small, embrace the grind, shift your mind from hustler to CEO. Stop trying to hit a lick and make something stick. All right. Build a brand, not just a business. Build a culture, not just the community. Right. Build your brand, scale with smart systems and strategy, y'all. So, man, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for logging on tonight. You guys got any questions? I definitely ask them if you got them. If you got any questions, let me know. I need that 833 number again. Okay, absolutely. 833-227-8949. There it is right there. 833-227-8949. Just text the word coach to that number. Text the word coach to that number. I'm going to text you back. And yo, we're gonna get it cracking. We're gonna make sure that we help you market to millions and make millions in your market. All right. Yo, y'all know as it go. The world is watching. We always gonna give them something to see. Yo, let the world see your gift. Let the world see your talent. Let the world see where you starting at. Because again, as I say, you know what, take a picture of where you at right now. Take a picture because this ain't where you're gonna be in your future anyway, right? This ain't where we going. This is just where we started at. So take a picture about your humble beginnings. If it's in your living room, if it's in your bedroom, if it's in your bathroom, take a picture because that picture will hold so much value in your future when you look back at it and be like, look, dang, y'all, look at me. Look what I've accomplished. Look where I've been. Look where I've come from. But guess what? More importantly, look where I'm going. World is watching, y'all. Hey, let the abundance fall. I'll see y'all again for the next episode of Market to Millions so I can help you make millions in your market. See y'all in a minute.